Thank you, Honorable Opposition Leader Sajid Premadasa, Honorable Chair Iran Vikramaratne, Vice Chair Mohammad Muzamil, Member of Parliament from Bangladesh, Honorable Nazim Razak, distinguished guests from neighboring countries, members of Parliament. First of all, let me thank Honorable Chair Iran Vikramaratne for inviting me for the inaugural session of the Climate Parliament Sri Lanka. I think it's absolutely a great step to take forward, so especially that climate change is a very important subject and something that us in the Asian countries are quite vulnerable to. Especially Sri Lanka is known to be one of the top 15 countries that's affected by climate change. So much so that the World Bank predicts by 2050 we will have a loss of 1.5% on our GDP just by climate change challenges that the country faces. So on this itself, I think the World Bank also says that every year we lose millions of dollars on our agricultural sector, which is also affected severely by climate change. So because of this, President Wickremesinghe has taken forward the challenge to face up to climate change issues. And how he has done this is he has proposed 3 initiatives. This was proposed in the last COP at COP28. One initiative is that he brought forward the Tropical Belt Initiative. So the Tropical Belt Initiative, I think Dr. Marambe will also give you a more comprehensive, detailed version of this. But the Tropical Belt Initiative is basically where the Tropical Belt, which consists of 143 countries, which is on the equator, towards the Cape of Capricorn, as well as, the tropics of Capricorn and the Tropic of Cancer. So on this, the scientists say that this belt is where it's basically the modulator of the world's climate. And this area is the most vulnerable area, and this area is where most of the poor countries are situated. So what President Wickremesinghe proposes is that the global north as well as developed countries should put more investments into countries that are in the tropics, in the tropical belt nations, so that they can invest those money into renewable energy projects and other environmentally sound projects that will face up to climate change issues in their respective countries. So this, as was actually taken up by some of the other countries that were involved in the COP28. Especially Brazil had shown quite a lot of interest, and other countries have shown quite a lot of interest to come into this initiative. The second initiative that he proposes is the Climate Justice Forum. The Climate Justice Forum is where he believes that most countries that are facing debt crisis are the countries that are also facing the most amount of challenges when it comes to climate. So he believes that through the Climate Justice Forum that we may be able to talk to most of the global north and the developed countries to ease out on the debt that has been accumulated in countries such as Sri Lanka and other developing nations. This also has resonated amongst most of the African countries that are also been talking about this issue. And the third initiative that President Wickremesinghe has put forward is the International Climate Change University to be established in Sri Lanka. So this is the first. I don't think there is an international climate change university anywhere in the world. He proposes to establish this as a research university to look at how climate change is affecting especially the Southern Asian region, and the Indian Ocean. So he has proposed that there should be a faculty that from the International Climate Change University should be established in Maldives to study the Indian Ocean and its effect on climate change. So these three initiatives have been put forward by President, and we are now strongly taking this forward. Initially in COP27 also, he put forward the Climate Prosperity Plan, which is pretty much a plan to bring in international investments into the country, especially on renewable energy projects, agricultural projects, and other environmentally friendly projects. This, I think, has actually got a lot of attention into Sri Lanka. It was proposed in COP27 in Egypt 2 years ago. And that was, through that, I think Minister Kanchana will also, I think in his talk today in the evening, will also say how that has also helped investments coming into Sri Lanka for renewable energy projects. So these are the four main initiatives that President has put forward that we are taking this forward right now. And he has also established under the Presidential Secretariat a Climate Change Office. So the Climate Change Office will coordinate between the Presidential Secretariat, the Environment Ministry, the Foreign Ministry, as well as the Finance Ministry, because these are the main three ministries that will take on the climate change issues. And then, of course, we'll bring in the other relevant ministries when it comes to certain projects that are going to be taken forward. For example, if you are looking at e-mobility, then we will bring in the Transport Ministry and then look at the projects and all and get those things fast-tracked as much as possible. So through this, we believe that we can have a great impact on the climate change issues, take this forward, and we are looking forward to working very closely with the Climate Parliament Sri Lanka as well, because the policies will be obviously spoken on by Parliament and the policies will be established by Parliament. So because I think it will be very good for our countries to partner up with Climate Parliament Sri Lanka as well. So I thank you, Honorable Chair, for giving me this opportunity to give a brief mention about what our initiatives are and what we are doing right now. And again, I also thank the Regional Climate Parliament of helping us establish this in Sri Lanka. And we are hoping to have a better regional cooperation on our fight on climate issues. And obviously, when it comes to the renewable energy factor, of course, our link to India is something that the President is very keen on, the connectivity, because I think Sri Lanka is looking at exporting energy to India at some point. So the connectivity is going to be very important for us. So the regional cooperation when it comes to renewable energy as well as climate change issues is utmost importance to Sri Lanka at the moment. So while I thank our neighbors as well as Honorable Chair for giving me the opportunity to speak a few words, and I will look forward to working with you all in the future. Thank you.